So I wanted to share this story that I read with you guys. I think it's an amazing story, and I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoy it. But it's basically about this lady that's homeless, and she sees this lady taking her son into a gym, and she noticed that this lady's homeless. She's always outside this little grocery store, outside this little market, and this lady has a routine. She's always going in every day, every day, every day, every day, and comes out with a nice suit, dressed up, honey. And it's always her, her, her. One day she comes with a little boy, and she overhears the lady talking, and it's her son. The boy had to be no more than about 8 years old. And so the lady's like, "Yeah, I'm going in the gym. It's her routine. And it's me, 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 me." Basically, all the lady's saying. He's like, "Mom, but what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?" She's like, "You're gonna sit there, and you're gonna get on your tablet, and you're gonna be quiet, okay? That's what you're gonna do, okay?" He's like, "But Mom," he said, "well, can you at least buy me a candy bar?" And she's like, "I don't have time, but Mom, you promised if I got good grades, and I did, I aced my test, that you would buy me that candy bar." "Well, I don't have time, honey. Listen. You better sit down and be quiet, sugar, because I ain't got time now. I need to get my workout on, and I need to get ready for work after this, okay?" And so, anyways, the lady felt bad. The old lady felt bad. So she was like, oh, they went inside, I guess, to work out, and the old lady had just enough change to go get that boy a candy bar. And she knew that, that was probably her meal for the day. So she went inside this market, knowing that the market was expensive, but she wanted to get the boy the candy bar that he wanted. She scraped up change. She got up to the register, and people were like watching her. Of course, security was on her, watching her like she was gonna steal. And she said she doesn't steal. She will never steal. Just because she's homeless doesn't mean that she's gonna steal. By the way, there's gonna be a part two. So anyway, so she goes in there, and she scrapes up the change, and the cashier's like, "What, ma'am? I don't know why you're trying to spend your money. There's cheaper candy bars right here. I don't know why you want to get this expensive candy bar." She's like, "Ma'am, can you please ring me up? I want that candy bar right there." So she's like, "Okay, yeah, whatever." And then, like, covering her nose like the lady smells or whatever. So the lady rings her up. She pays for that candy bar. She's happy. She goes outside, and she waits there for over an hour for that lady to come out with her son. So the lady comes out first, exits the gym, and then her son's following behind. She's like, "Hey," "Little boy." She's like, "Come here, I got this for you." He's like tagging behind his mama. So she gave him the candy bar. He's like, "Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, thank you." So he goes, she's like, "You're welcome, hon." And it just made her day just to see him smile. So he goes and jump in the car with his mom, and his mom notices that he had a candy bar because he back there smacking, honey. He is enjoying this candy bar. So she turns around, she's like shocked. She got this look on her face. So then they exit the car, and they go inside a local coffee store, and they come out with some hot chocolate in a bag, and they hand it to the old lady. She's like, "Ma'am, thank you so much for what you did for my son." And she's like tearing up. She's like, "Why did you do that?" She's like, "And it was so expensive. Like, she's know the lady's homeless, and that's an expensive market. Like, you spent, I'm pretty sure that's your dinner, your supper for tonight." And she said, "Because it doesn't matter." She said, "What made me happy was to see him smile. You promised your son that you would get him that." And she's like, "I see you come in this gym all the time." She said, "And that's all he asked for. He did excellent. He exceeded, And I wanted to that's what made her smile, was to see him smile." And she said, "Well, why would you do that? What made you do that?" And she said, "Ma'am," she's like, "I used to be just like you. I had it. I used to be a millionaire." She had that house. She had the kids. I think she had like 2 or 3 kids. She said she did her kids the same way. Excuse me. And she basically ignored her kids. Well, her kids grew up. They hated her. They moved as far away as they could. She never saw her kids again as they became adults. She lost her job, her business. She lost her money. She lost her house. She went bankrupt, and she was homeless. But she said it took all that for her to open her eyes. And the lady was like, "Well, your kids, I'm pretty sure if they knew your situation now, they would help you." She said she wouldn't even know how to get in contact with her kids because they fled. Like, they didn't want to be anywhere around her because that's how bad she was. The world was basically invisible to her and everything around her. Her loved ones, her kids, She took life for granted. So the lady hugged her son, but I'm sure she learned so much from that story. Like, let me know down below what you take from this. Never take life for granted because tomorrow's not promised. Sometimes we just gotta pause and take in everything. Love the people who love you and is in your corner, because Tomorrow is not promised. And never get too high up on your horse, because as quick as you can get something, as quick as it can go. Always remember that. Y'all stay safe. Love you. And I'll see you guys in my next video. All right. Deuces.